now from the gun. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Second and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Open man. That is bombed. And that'll go for gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It brings up third down.
19 target. 19 target.
Complete, and he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
8-yard pickup. First down, Los Angeles.
60 Bobcat.
Back to the air one more time. This one finds McConkey. The 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
And it doesn't really matter who you put on it, Mike. When you want to play one-on-one man coverage against a receiver like this, there's not a whole lot else you... do. It's hard to put help over the top because the ball's being thrown out by the sidelines. I like playing in and out. I like playing zones. Somebody underneath, somebody over the top. Share the responsibility. But that's not what they're doing. That's straight man coverage. Quarterback sees the matchup. There's no question where the ball's going to go.
A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. The Rams out to the early lead. We're back in Southern California in a moment. Set to go now on 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Hampton. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down.
At the 28-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Receiver in motion, going right. That is caught out wide on the RPO. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 50. Remember, he had the touchdown on the opening drive, and here on drive 2, he gets a first down with that catch.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. There is a lot of room to operate. The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12.
60 Bison, 60 Bison, 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Kill. 19 Viking 18.
They'll go again with Hampton. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down.
13-yard line. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's third down.
McConkey in motion. On third down, they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, the quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
No issues there. This one is good. And the Chargers move out front. It's 9-7.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
On the return is Rodgers. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Don't tell me what I should do. I'ma do what I want anyway. Don't really care what you think. You should get out of my way. Get your talking face out of my way. Out of my way. Out of my way.
His drive will start on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3.
Ready? Let's go. Ready, ready?
He'll drop to throw. That's hauled in on the left behind the boot. And they'll mark him down just shy of 40. And the first time these two have connected this afternoon. And it'll wind up being a first down.
Yard line.
Ready, break. 60 Eagles. Tackle 60. Hawk 70.
He'll look to throw. Going right back to the Tua. Complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. 15 more on that connection. They're making it look easy. That's another first down.
6-yard line.
19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Ready, ready.
They'll run it on the inside handoff. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he'll sneak this one in. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Their own 27-yard line.
set up to throw. Comeback route, and he's got it. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
These comebacks, they require a lot of trust and timing from everybody involved. If the quarterback's a little too early, the receiver's not out of his break. But if the quarterback's a little too late, that's when disaster can strike. So give credit. Really well timed. Really nice job by both guys.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Downfield, that's Johnston. He's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. Big play after big play to start this drive. 34 for that one. First down, it's Hampton. And he's going to be taken down as we hit 2-minute warning here in this first half.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Hook him up on a 2nd down and 8. Motion man is Johnston. They'll look to throw. That's to the running back, Amarian Hampton. And he's into the end zone. What a response!
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around league have at their disposal, it could be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
The Chargers will line up for the
McConkey in motion. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. This is caught. He's got it. And they tack 2 more onto their lead.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return is Rogers. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Back to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And a big strike for good yardage there, all the way up to midfield. Remember, he had the touchdown catch the last time they had the football. Here, he's got a first down.
50-yard line.
Cowboy 80. Nineteen tight. Ready?
From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll get it into the hands of Zay Flowers. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 11.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining here in half number 1. Now a first and 10 from the 38-yard line.
Let's go. Cougar 19.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. On the run to the right. He's going to keep it himself. He'll take this one up close to the first down marker. Spotted where the slide begins. It's a pickup of about 9.
At the Chargers' 30-yard line.
19. Ready?
Now they'll set up to throw. And it's left side and caught by Flowers. Second time they've hooked up on this drive. This one good for 12. And a first down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
If he's able to get the ball out of his hand on time, that's probably a completion, but there's a little hesitation for one reason or another, and by the time he lets it go, he has a defender bearing down on him and leads to an incompletion.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Get it. 60. Warriors 70. Dragon 60. Go.
Pass is caught by Gray, right side. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone.
It is brought in the end zone.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the fourth quarter in 2-minute mode. Let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the first half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. From the 6, here comes a return.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
McConkey in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Second and 10.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Back to the air again on second and 10. going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately his passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
60 bucks, 60 bucks. 19 tight.
Tight end going in motion here. He'll air it out down the middle. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return is Rogers. Now an opening past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 34-yard line.
Here's a run to begin this third quarter. And he broke through the initial contact. Winds up getting about 3. It's second down.
38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Tiger. Let's go.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A 1-yard gain brings up third and
6. This is 3rd and 6.
79 Broncos.
He's got a man. That's Nakua. Complete. 11 yards on the pass there. Good for a Rams first down.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to. And certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
It leads to
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
19.
Back to the air once more on 2nd down. Flush to his right. That one down the field, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
So after back-to-back incompletions, it is now 3rd and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. Cougar 19.
Open man, right side. He's got it. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down.
On the jump. 60 Bison. 60 Bison. Tag. 6. Ready.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold him to a gain of 2.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 7.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Panther 11.
Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, like during the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback, and in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
They need to get it to the 27. This is 3rd down.
19 Lion. 70 Lion. 70 Ranger. 70 Ranger. Go.
And he's got it to Flowers for the connection. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, LA.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier.
2nd down and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
That's to Gray, open on the left side. Looking for the pylon, but the official right there is going to mark him out of bounds at the 1-yard line. He had 2 touchdowns earlier, looking to see what he can do here in this second half. That grab gets them a first down.
Ready.
They'll try to run this one in. No, he's not going to get in. In fact, they've shoved him backwards.
Brings up 2nd and
Back up to the 3. It's 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Here comes the blitz. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
It might have taken longer than they would have liked, but that's the first sack of the game, and it came at the perfect time. This defense desperately has to get off the field, and that play gets them a lot closer to doing so.
All they just say is, or spend some time and rock a rhyme. I said it's not that easy.
Last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal. Rolling right. He pulls it in around the 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
This has been quite the drive. 3 points would kind of feel like a letdown, so they're going to go for it here on 4th and goal.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Go, 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 go. Ready,
going to be caught. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
These are the opportunities when they present themselves, you have to capitalize. And in this case, it was the defense that forced the turnover on downs and kept them out of the end zone.
Here's a design run. And that'll help give him some space. Out of bounds. Up at the 20-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
As a pass rusher, you don't always need to record a sack to make your presence felt. Creating pressure, move the quarterback, affect his timing. Those are all different ways to take pressure off your coverage unit.
Motion man is Johnston. A quick throw on the RPO is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a 1st down. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll look to throw again. He'll go right and find his running backs. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. That's 11 yards again, 2 plays in a row. And another 1st down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll look to throw yet again. Throwing right. That's Johnston. And he's close to another 1st down. Brought down just shy of the marker.
On the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 48-yard line.
The RPO. That one is complete. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's out of bounds here. It's a big pickup at the end here of the 3rd quarter of play. McConkey in motion. That is caught. What a throw. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good. And the Chargers extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. On the return is Rodgers. Wow, they are hitting now. It's been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return.
19-yard line.
Now we're doing it quick. In the face, you gonna be suing me quick. If we catch another case, I know it's true to be missed. So I'ma keep a cool head, stay out of the news headlines, and show these other rappers it's bedtime. It's clear to see that I'm ahead of the time.
70. Here we go. Here we go.
Now this looks like a design run. Down at the 21, a game of
21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
79.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That'll be intercepted. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean,
And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Now, for the point after. It's up and through. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
21.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
70 Rangers.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down.
35-yard line.
This defense is vulnerable in a few areas along the back end, but none of that will matter if this protection can't do a better job holding up long enough that they can find some of these open receivers that have been able to separate. He just doesn't have the time to get them the ball.
Looking into the middle, there's Flowers. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And the Rams, first down.
70 Lions.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mustang 19. Go.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Now he'll air one out. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively. All over him. And it'll be second down.
You know, so far throughout the game, we've seen him make a lot of plays in the run game, but now he shows that he can hold his own in coverage as well. Really nice job there by the linebacker. making an impact in the passing game.
Tag, let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Back to the air one more time. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Zay Flowers, the intended receiver, and it's going to be third down.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
18 Cardinal, 60 bucks.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. Going up top. He's got it! And he will score again! Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Right away, they'll set up to throw. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in, because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
McConkey in motion. Blitz coming. He'll throw it to the middle of the field. He's got Johnston
on second down.
And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Johnston. It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Left side, catch made by McConkey. And he's out of bounds, up close to the 45-yard line.
A gain of 6.
Catch number 7 so far in this one. And a first down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the fourth quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left. And it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out. When you look throughout this game, Mike, I don't think there's even debate. This defensive line has clearly won the battle at the line of scrimmage over this offensive line. And for an offense that wants the run game to be such a critical element to its plan, they've got to do a better job, because there's nowhere to run, there's no holes for the back to find, and all these 0 or negative runs are putting them in some really bad spots.
And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That's his second catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
Oftentimes in the NFL, Mike, blitzing a good quarterback can kind of be feast or famine, because what you do is you actually speed up their process of identifying the open target. So in this case, it's an underneath safety outlet, but the reason he went there so fast is because he was triggered to that target from the blitz.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Hader Tohu. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Our defense comes up with the big play, and the pick six changes all the momentum. New leader in this one with that touchdown.
Mike, this is one of those plays at the end they're going to look back on and say that play changed the game. Not only do you create the turnover, you take it back the other way, and now you find yourself with the lead here in the second half.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown, time to kick it back the other way. Wow, they are hitting now. Been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on that return. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick six.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. They knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
Now they'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
And 5 yards to go.
McConkey in motion. On 3rd down, they'll throw from the gun. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. They get 21 on that one. And the Chargers have the 1st down. Shotgun snap, and we'll give it to Hampton. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Now we're going to get a stoppage. We have an injured Charger. The training staff going to look, and we'll step out for a moment. From just across the midfield stripe, here's 2nd down. Motion man is Johnston. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Jared first. He gets into drop in for his first sack of the young season.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with the lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. Loose inside the 30. And he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. It's a big play when they needed it the most. 41 yards. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And the woes in the running game continue. They're going to subtract yards there. A loss on the play.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
They'll come up now for 2nd down.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Motion man is Johnston. Right side and hauled in by McConkey. And they'll get him down inside the 5-yard line. It's 1st and goal coming up. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. Now a timeout Rams, it's number 2. And they'll get together prior to the 2nd down play. That is caught out wide on the RPO. The Rams use their 3rd and final timeout. 70 seconds left to go in this game.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get 1 more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
It's the quarterback with the sneak. Trying to find any seam he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. A quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
What a huge play. 4th and goal.
Come on, set. 70 Lions. Cougar 19. Cup 19. Cup 19. Ready.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance and took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. To wind up a turnover on down.
It's a turnover.
What a stand there. 4th and goal, game on the line. It looks like this offense is putting together a game-winning drive, and the defense comes out with the stop of the day.
They'll drop to throw, and the pressure is too great. He's sacked in the end zone. That's a safety. So first the decision to throw down here, backed up near your own goal line, and the defense gets to the quarterback, sacking him, Greg, in the end zone for a safety.
Mike, anytime you're willing to call a pass backed up this deep in your side of the field, you have to trust that your quarterback is going to have the clock in his head to get the ball out of his hand. In this case, he holds on to it too long. The defense is able to get to him in the end zone, and it results in the safety.
Here's 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Cougar 19. Watch quick.
Now a timeout Chargers here. That's their second. And they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Here's first down.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they finally catch up with him, but it's a big play, taking it into the red zone. A big one here in the fourth quarter. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win this one.
Devils can't hear it no more. Stand up to the man, can't hear him no more.
So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to win the game. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And that very likely will be a game winner.
Well, there's no more pressure-filled spot for a kicker than that one right here, Mike. I mean, it's very simple. You make it, you win. You miss it, you lose. And what's he do? He comes through to not only give his team the lead, but most likely the victory.
Take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Seven Pirates. Here we go. Stat Warriors. 70, 60 by 6, 60 by 6, 19, 20.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Chargers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal the game.